Okay, so this one is about the nature of a parasite. And, parasitism is something that's talked about in psychology quite a lot and in philosophy. And we all know what a parasite is. Something that's feeding off of our energy, or, when we typically think of a parasite, we think of something that is taking something from us, energy-wise, without us really knowing, kind of doing it inadvertently, or potentially manipulating us in order to get it. It's not a positive word. But like with all aspects of nature, all of them are totally valid. And in the same way that a shark is ferocious and violent, and that's its nature, and we accept it and understand it and allow it, a parasite's nature is its nature, and there are shadow and light aspects of it. And so you as a human being, you are a parasite. It's important to understand that. And it's not just a certain type of human being that's a parasite. Every human being is parasitic. Every human being. In order for you to thrive as a human being, then you have to take the fruits of the earth, the gifts of the earth, in order to sell products and services. You have to take resources from the earth and put them into packages and sell them. You are a parasite, and it's very important to claim this aspect of your nature, because most of us are in resistance to it. Most of us have a very negative connotation towards parasitism, but the key to it is to understand the power and the genius of the parasite. Some of you who listen quite often will know I'm involved with perpetual energy systems and things like that. And the concept of a parasite is essential. There, in order for there to be a self-regulating perpetual source of energy, there has to be components that are leaching, or, is another word for it, but that are acting as a parasite, that are taking the energy from something else in order to sustain themselves. And the key that unlocks the magic of a parasite is free will, of course. That which is freely given cannot be taken. It cannot be taken. And so the key is to understand the aspects of your life where you feel as though people are trying to take what is yours, trying to take your energy, where you feel like it is being siphoned off, or people are trying to take it. And just look at that scenario and just think to yourself, what would happen if it was freely given? Then you would meet the unmet needs of whatever that person needs. They're trying to take it because you're resisting the giving of it. And so it's very easy to blame a parasitic person, or someone who has a parasitic nature, for taking your energy, but no one can take your energy from you against your will. It's not possible. Everything that has authority and has the authority to speak or act on your behalf, or to wield your power in some way, you've either inadvertently or consciously given that power away in some way, shape, or form. It's been a choice. And so it's important to understand that if you look at a parasite, let's say a parasite was, the organism, let's say it was cute and cuddly and had big doe eyes, then you'd think differently, wouldn't you? You'd think, oh, he needs food. He needs food. When you have a child, that child needs your milk. It's parasitic. Your children, they need your love. It's parasitic. It's all parasitic. But if you look at it in a different way, that which is freely given is love. Meeting the unmet needs of some other form of life is love. Pure and simple, when it is freely given. And some of you will know that I'm big into the gift economy and collaborative gifting, and that which is freely given cannot be taken. And even in the gift economy, well, specifically in the collaborative gifting mechanism that I'm developing and prototyping as we speak, the essence of parasitism is within it, in that it is the appreciation of the people who are making donations, obligation-free donations to you, as a token of appreciation for you giving of your gifts freely. That sustains you. And so you have to own it. You have to own it. That within you there's an authentic desire for the energy of other people to sustain you. Understand this. Understand this. You are a parasite. You are. You are. It is your nature. It is your nature. All of us have this nature within us, that we want the energy of other people to sustain us. And once you go really deep with this, and you find this nature within yourself, and you make peace with it, and you own it, you take responsibility for it, and you begin to appreciate it, then you begin to see that it's actually, in the scenario where you are giving of your own gifts freely, you're actually appreciating yourself. And so you're then sustaining yourself. Because, outwardly that has to be mirrored back to you. The appreciation you give yourself through the sharing of your gifts is mirrored to you by the appreciation of those around you. As above, so below, as within, as without. Everything is a mirror. And so own the part of you that is a parasite. Understand it. Appreciate it. And, once you claim it, you won't be in resistance to other people's energy, whether it be love, appreciation, money, their gifts. And it's one of the keys to unlocking abundance and the free flow of energy from person to person. We're all sustaining each other. We are all sustaining each other because we all have needs, and those needs can only be met by allowing ourselves to receive the gifts that others have to give, whether it's their gifts as an accountant, as a financier, as a car salesperson, as a baker. Know that their gifts are sustaining you, and accept and claim the fact that you want to be sustained by other people's gifts. So, there's lots of people who are, especially in the spiritual kind of realms, who are very anti-parasitic. People talk about energy vampires. That person's an energy vampire. Well, if you were someone who was compassionate because you understood that person, you'd realize that an energy vampire is simply someone who is incapable of having their needs met. And so those people need your energy more than anyone else. So what would happen if it was freely given? Whatever you're feeling them trying to take from you, what would happen if it was freely given? Your presence, the gift of your presence, your active listening to that person, your willingness for them to receive unconditionally, regardless of the fact that they're trying to take it. Imagine if you just made a choice to allow that person to receive everything you have to give in that moment. Do you think it's going to run out, what you choose to give them? Of course not. Of course not, because that person is having their needs met, and it's you appreciating them that's nourishing them. The sad reality for an energy vampire is, they are incapable of acknowledging what it is they want, let alone validating it, and then asking for it, revealing that vulnerability. These people need your love more than anyone else because they're incapable of allowing themselves to be vulnerable. It's too scary, much too scary. They've been too hurt in their lives. And what you do when you choose to give what it is they're trying to take, obligation free, is you then become a mirror for them. You become someone who is making a conscious choice to be open, to open up, and to give of themselves. And if you know anything about, well, it's a silly thing to say, if you know anything about perpetual energy systems, maybe you do. You'll know that it self-regulates. So let's say you have a perpetual system, a self-regulating perpetual system, and one part of it, the output of it, the energy that it puts out, let's say there's a big wave of it, like there's a big pulse, and it's like a blip, if you imagine the sun and there's a solar flare. So imagine that in a perpetual energy system, there's a big pulse of energy. Then it self-regulates. So what's put out, anything that can't be utilized or received by another part of that system, then that energy flows back into the source. But it's amplified. It's amplified. So, if you're self-aware enough to understand and realize that the nature of the universe that we live in is in itself a self-regulating perpetual system, it's always expanding. It's eternal. So, the intelligence of nature has figured it out. It's perpetually evolving and expanding, and it is powered by you. It's powered by you. Your energy powers it. And so it's a parasite in and of itself. And so it's self-regulating all the time. All the time. And so any human being on the planet who refuses to give of themselves to anything, they're only trying to take energy from other people, then, the nature of this universe is that it self-regulates. And it will try and crack that person open so that they are vulnerable and begin to share themselves. Because you have to give of yourself to the system in order for it to perpetuate. And if you're only taking from it, then you become, if it was an electronic kind of device, you'd be like a resistor. And a resistor is resisting the flow of energy. So if you're just taking energy out of the system but not putting any in, then the system compensates. And, spiritual people would call this karma or karmic debt, or, they'd call it a tower moment in someone's life, when there's a tower moment. And it's, in truth, what's happening is the self-regulation of the system is just kicking in. It's like this person here has taken too much from the energy available and needs to be opened up and to give more. And so it's always self-regulating. And in the same way, if you are courageous enough to bare your soul and to share the gifts that you were given, obligation free. If you're gifting yourself to the system, you're just giving yourself to the system. Let's say it's an energy vampire trying to take your energy, and you're just giving of yourself. As an act of love, this is different to establishing a codependent bond. This is different to giving your power away. Very different to giving your power away. When you give your power away, you're giving someone responsibility for a decision that is yours, for an action that is yours. You're giving them authority over an aspect of your life. This is different. When you choose to gift your presence, it's a state of being that you are present with that person. You are being there with them. You are hearing them. And you are sharing what arises in the moment. You're not giving away energy. You're not contracting with them. And an energetic contract is a bond, and that is giving your power away. And so, be very aware when you're of entering into bonds with people. The classic one is someone makes a request and you say yes. Whether you fulfill that request or not, the energetic bond exists. And so, there is a bond of energy connecting you to that person. And that's what giving your power away is when you're inadvertently making these bonds with people, because they're making a request of you, and you're saying yes. Hey, we should catch up for coffee sometime. Hey, yeah, sounds good. Got 1 million of those connected to you right now, I can promise you. Unfulfilled coffees that you've said that you're going to have with people. So, it's important to understand that a parasite, if you have resistance to parasites, then understand that you can be giving of yourself a lot more than what you are now. You can be sharing your gifts. You can be expressing love more than you are now by making a choice to be consciously present with someone as they're attempting to take whatever it is you're refusing to give. Understand that. If someone's trying to take something from you, it's because you're refusing to give it. But if you've already decided to give it, there's nothing to be taken. They're just receiving. So hopefully that's opened your mind a little bit to the nature of a parasite. Fundamental aspect of nature. It's a fundamental aspect of human nature. And if you meet someone that you consider an energy vampire, my hope is that you see them in a different light, and that you really claim the part of you that is parasitic. Understand it, work with it, and just own it. Just own that you, at the core of you, at the very deepest part of you, has an authentic desire to be sustained by the appreciation of others. Whether that's their money, their presence, their gifts. It's an authentic desire of every human being. Okay, that's it for now for the Nature of Parasites. Talk soon.